Where? Well, isn't this a familiar sight? Alright, so because I currently, the last video did pretty good, so I guess I'm gonna do another one of those, except this time we're inputting your ideas. This time I will, just be making the bosses, but you guys will come up with the enemies. I have put a lovely little poll in my community tab where you guys, yes, you, will make the enemies. Now there are a few rules with this. They need to be within possibility for me to make with this program. That's number one. Number two, they need to fit a desert arena theme. And number three, they can't have an overpowered amount of health. They need to be base level enemies that aren't boss levels. I will be doing one boss level. And yeah, anyways, let's get started. So this is essentially a revamp of a previous boss. And that previous boss was the Deserted. So now we're going to be doing a Deserted. Now he is the champion of the arena, so obviously we're going to give him the best weapon, the mace. And a nice side weapon, so we'll go for a golden sword. Because, mace and sword look very scary. Next, the head. Frankly, I go for the skeleton skull. Because it kind of looks like a helmet, but I don't want to go too helmet-like, Anyway, so obviously golden chest plate, golden leggings, and golden boots. Now that we have that, we are going to head into attributes and give us, where is it, there we are, scale. Now I'm just going to set this to 1.75 sounds good. So we're going to set this to 1.75, so it is going to be taller than average. It's going to be taller than an Enderman, actually. I don't want it to be taller than an Enderman. 1.25. Okay, now that we have this all set up, we can do the health. And since this is the champion of the arena, we want to do a nice amount of health, but not too little health. Sold 750 sounds good. And because the husk is kind of slow, we will be giving it a bit of speed, bring it up to like 1.1. Yeah, that sounds good. Yep. Then we will take this mob and we'll put it in my and we put in my new quest line and put in my new doc for my new quest line. I know, right? It's such a creative name. Alright, so first off, we will insert the Deserted. Next. Now, since every good arena has since every good gladiatorial arena has something riding something, I'm going to now contemplate what I should put riding something. Oh, I know. So, if you have seen Skyward Eye's video, you would know that there was a boss in there, in Sky's video of the arena, called the Frost Reaver. Now, I'm not going to remake the Frost Reaver because, well, frost, not desert, kind of the opposite, but no. We will be making the Frost Reaver's twin brother, the Sand... Actually... deciding names is hard. You know, there's a much easier way to come up with a name. Perfect. Now, the main health of this is going to come from the mount. So I don't want to make this too, well, strong. Now for the head. I do want it to kind of match the mount I'm gonna do. So we're gonna do this with some lovely netherite armor, just because it matches the mount for no other reason. Then head down to this lovely button right here, add mount. Then now I will finally reveal the mount I have chosen. The lovely Ravager. And since I believe this one was 150, we want to have this at a solid 500. That means this would need to be 350. Named Sandvedger. Named Sandvedger. That's a good one, Sandvedger. Then now you might be seeing a correlation between the name of this and the name of the boss. And then, well, not the final boss, but one of the main bosses. Those left behind, the deserted, the Sandvicher. Now we're gonna move this down by like 1. Then we'll get to work on the next boss. Now this one I wanted to go simple. I really wanted to lean into that classic desert feel of Minecraft, you know, not really stray off that far from that original feel of running through the desert. I wanted to really keep that feeling alive, you know. So I found a lovely solution for that. That is why it's gonna be yellow shulker. I have no idea what happens if I just leave those blank. Now this is the fun part, because since it's in a mobile mob, 5x scale, so it will be 5 blocks tall now. Actually, 4. This will be the sandstone abomination. Health. We have our nice 250. And now we have our starting boss. Alright, now that we have that, we are just gonna work on the next one. Now for this, I have absolutely no idea what I'm gonna do. So I'm going to do what I always do, and that is act like I know what I am doing. What's the spell cooldown? Spell takes 20. And basically all of the difficulty of this boss is going to come from, you know, all of the spells. We want to have this slightly bigger, but not too big. And so, now we have Renault. What mob screams ancient evil? Truly, one of the questions of all time. This is a hard question. I'd tort between Wither Skeleton and Wither. Which one's less attractive? The Wither Skeleton. Then we want to make sure. Eeks. Yes, Entombed Evil Eeks. Yes, a true name that strikes terror into people. What really screams Entombed Evil? Who in the right mind would use... Who in their right mind would actually use golden tools? Yeah. And so we have Entombed Evil Yeeks. And so we have all of the bosses. And like I said before, make sure to put your enemy ideas in the community tab. And who knows, I might do them in part 2. Who knows when it's going to come out? I don't. And make sure to like and subscribe. I don't know, I'm selling out. My God. This is what happens when you don't do YouTube for that long. It feels so weird to just sell out. Anyways, I'm done rambling about my problems with selling out and all that stuff. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how Sky does it. Anyways, Grubby out. Have a good day. I should probably come up with an outro. God damn.